A gossip betrays a confidence, so avoid anyone who talks too much. Guys, this is really in the Bible. If you have a friend or anyone that you know that you claim to have confidence in, but that person talks a lot, especially if they talk about other people, they're talking about you. Have you ever heard the saying that if you tell your secret to someone, you told it to 3 people because that person has a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a wife, whatever? Keep your secrets to yourself. Have confidence in God. Okay guys, the color that I decided to go with is the artistic white instead of the city loft. That is the final decision that the client made. Okay guys, so we start the wall. We put up the first set of wood, which everything else is going to connect to. So we changed the design. Babe came up with a better idea. So we're gonna have actually 2 boxes on this side, the big middle one, and then 2 more on the other side, because the wall is so long, right? So that's what we have going on this side. We just have to add in this little piece right here, and then we'll finish with that part. So what we're doing is we're cutting it in a 45, so that when we join it, it'll be a smoother transition versus when you put the 2 raw ends together. Okay, I think I told you guys about that trick before. So I'll be back once we finish putting up once we finish this. It's getting kind of late, so I don't know if we'll be cutting it anymore tonight, but yeah. What I'm noticing with these houses down here in Florida, it happened with the last house we did, is because they're built with the cement blocks and then they're just layered with the sheet block. The studs are not evenly placed, so where you think there will be a stud, there's not. So I was trying to hit something and it was not hitting anything. It was just hitting the cement block, and then the nail would just not go anywhere until it ended up jamming my machine. So that corner, we had a lot of fixing on the wood itself to do because it had so many holes from keep shooting all the time. So we're starting to install the trim work, and you're gonna see that I did my trim work a little different. You guys know I always tell you make things your own. I'm not saying nobody has ever done it like this, but you don't see it as popular. So what I'm doing, instead of like creating a box on top, a box below, I'm making my trim I'm making it look like this white piece of board that I have going horizontal is going through the trim work, and then the trim work starts again, versus me ending the trim work up on top with another piece come across. Yeah, so I decided to do it this way. I thought it was more interesting than the traditional way that you would see the trim work done. So again, this is me trying to make it my own. The easiest way to do this is to get a block, or what I'm calling a block is like a piece of wood that 4 inches, because that's what I have in between. My spacing is 4 inches across. The entire wall is 4 inches. And if you had a block that is 4 inches, we did not have one that we could have used. We were trying to look for something that we can use, but I didn't have anything that we can use to create the 4 inches, and it would have made it much easier or faster to put these up versus having to measure after every one that you put up, right? And then the way that you see me doing the caulking right now is I am caulking each one, and then I have a wet rag or a damp rag that you're gonna just wipe the caulking off, and that's what's gonna make it smooth. This is the part that I hate. I hate caulking, but caulking makes your job look so professional. So do not do this and not caulk, okay? So Babe and I are basically, we're teaming up right now. I don't go up on ladders that are not mine. So yeah, I know my ladder can take my weight. I don't know about other people's ladders. Most of those ladders be a low weight, and people buy it for their weight. So I was not going up on that ladder. So he went and he did the high parts and I did the low parts. Okay, so as you can see, I am putting the caulk and I am wiping, but then when it comes to the bending part, I'm gonna put it and then I'm gonna put the rag over the entire trim and wipe both sides at the same time. I always have to find a smart way to do things, right? And you see when we're doing the next trim work where we ended up having piece of the white left over where we were able to cut it at 4 inches, and I literally installed the you're gonna see where I did the install. It literally took me about 3 minutes or so to actually do it. When you're working as a team, you get a lot done pretty fast, and we got this done in a good timing. So guys, here, if you guys have never heard of Watch Chrissy work, you will see a collaboration with her and I in this series, and this is her uncle. So I needed to find someone down here in Florida to do my work for me, because normally I would use somebody from my construction site if I'm doing a hotel in Florida. But I didn't have any hotels doing in Florida, so I needed somebody to do this for me. And he came in and he knocked it out. Guy, he is very thorough. He's the fastest painter that I've ever seen. A painter that does not have to tape. Literally, he did not tape any wall to do his straight lines or anything. Everything was done by hand. That is what I'm used to in the islands. And he definitely brought it in. He did an awesome job. He's very diligent. And when he starts to work, he plays a little bit of music and he'll just work all day. Literally, don't complain. Don't stand and huffing and puffing. Don't tell you he's coming back. Imagine he worked for us on a Sunday and he didn't stop around, oh, it's 3:30, or he didn't do none of that. He left like almost 7 o'clock on Sunday because he knew he had things to get done. And he came in and he got that done. So if you guys are looking for anyone to work for you in Orlando, definitely check him out. Okay guys, these are the mirrors. So there are 2 of them in the master bathroom. The camera don't do them much justice, but they are gorgeous. Yeah, they look really nice. And one is going downstairs, as you know. I'm about to take a shower and go lay down. So they have this is for to not let it fog up. This is up and down for the light, how bright you want it. Yeah. Okay. So this is the accent color that I decided to go with. The name of it is Outer Tail, and it's a Behr color. N220-5 is the color number. Okay guys, RH is here. RH is here, y'all. Okay, so this time my client wanted RH furniture. You guys know I don't run to RH too quick because they are expensive. However, you do get a very good solid quality furniture, but I still think they're overpriced. But this is what he wanted this time. He didn't call this home a vacation home this time, but I know that it is. But yeah, his budget was extremely high for this house. These things, wait till I start telling you guys prices. Oh God. So this piece is the sideboard, and it's supposed to go in the dining room. And he was ordering a 8-seater dining table, and I tell him I think it was going to be too big, so we switched it, but this piece did not get switched. I actually didn't know he went ahead and ordered this piece because we already had 2 sideboards in the house. So I didn't know that he went ahead and ordered this, and it came, and it was like literally the scale of it is too big for the wall. When you put it on the wall, there was only like about 8 inches left. So I had to move it to the living room, and that's what the TV is, because the TV is pretty large anyways. So I will put it in the living room and put the TV on top of it. There's a coffee table that should be coming that is the same design, so it will still like match back. However, his living room set or his bedroom, only his nightstands for his bedroom came, and he's not happy, so I have to go and look for a new sofa and 2 chairs for him today.
You want to center with the wall? Like in the middle?
Okay guys, so on back to the trim work. So this is the trim work in the living room, and I'm showing you how I'm installing it. Yes, I speeded up, but this literally took about 3 minutes. So I have the 4-inch block. You're gonna put the 4-inch block in between, but first you have to make sure you have a battery in your nail gun. This happens to me every time, I swear. So now that we have the battery in the nail gun, we're gonna put the block, the 4-inch block, and as you see, I marked which one was 4-inch because the other side is 3 inches and 3/4 or something like that. So for me, have to always look at it and try to figure out which side is 4 inches. I marked where the 4 inches is at, right, which direction. And then you just keep repeating it, and you see how fast it goes, versus me having to go and measure 4 inches, get the level, and check, make sure the level is level, and then put this up. You see how quicker this goes, right? So I wish we had it the day before, but we didn't. But we did have it to do this in a part. So I didn't do it we did it for the top, and now we're doing it for the bottom, which when we decide, we are now adding another layer. So as you can see, this wall is a smaller wall, and with it only having the 1 trim, Babe and I looked at it and we was like, this looks too empty. So we decided to add another layer. So this is the 2nd layer. The only thing I would say, this is not that hard to do. Well, I don't want to say that hard. It's not hard at all. So let me not use the word that hard, but it is pricey. Okay, each strip of this molding, they call it door moldings. Each strip is $11.98, and they're 8 feet. In total, we used, the first time we bought 24, then we bought 8, and 8 is 16. So you guys do the quick math. I'm not doing it. How much is that? That's 40? 40. Yeah, so that's 40 of these. So all we have left to do now, that I've done this, is we have to go back and buy 8 more to Home Depot and finish do that install, and then after that we just have to caulk it. So guys, here is it finished. You see how much better that looks? Even though it's not going to be that color, it's going to be the exact color of the wall. So that is it for today's video. Check me back on Sunday and you will see some of the install. Bye for now. Always remember, never let your budget dictate your style, but create a space that you love. Design for life.